GLS is a place for new hopes to grow. An ideal environment for the new generation to flourish in 3 strategic locations within the industrial city of Surabaya. As a smart eco-campus, ITS maintains harmony between technological advances and the sustainability of the surrounding ecosystem. ITS has 7 faculties with prospective scientific fields, including Scientics, Infis, Vocation, Creatives, Martech, Electrics, Plan. ITS is a space for the new generation who are hungry for knowledge because it provides a wide range of references in both physical and digital form. ITS makes it easier for the new generation to access information by providing flexible classes. ITS keeps moving forward in facing future challenges by providing the best facilities for the new generation's activities. The facilities support both spiritual and physical needs. ITS also provides research facilities in the ITS Science Technopark, including ICT and Robotics, Automotive, Maritime, and Creative Industries. Therefore, the excellent generations from ITS will emerge and make history. ITS is a space for the new generation to express themselves. ITS is a place where the new generation learns new things and finds their purpose. ITS has become a place where the new generations that carry the future will be born.
ITS is a campus of science and technology, which focuses on the research and innovation, presenting technology for prosperity.
With a spirit of heroism, ITS brings the future before us. ITS, the University of Heroes.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we start commence the program, and here are the following webinar protocol. For each participant ID, please use your real name following with your origin of institution. All of participants are expected to mute the audio and only unmute the video during the event. We cordially invite you to take your own firm and comfort seat in your own room, and please avoid the backlight. Make sure that you have a good and stable internet connection. If you have an earphone or headset, we recommend you to use it so that your voice can clearly and loudly to be heard. During the Q&A discussion session, all participants, please use the chat box to deliver the questions. Thank you for your cooperation and consideration.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the guest lecture series on SDGs today, Tuesday, 8 June 2021. I am Asha from ITS Global Engagement, and I will be your Master of Ceremony this afternoon. Thank you for joining our guest lecture series on SDGs today. Before we start our agenda, let me inform you of some important information for today's event. First, please fill your attendance at bit.ly/attendance_GLS SDGs. Our committee also sent attendance link in the Zoom chat room. For participants who wish to get an e-certificate and stamp, please fill the attendance 15 minutes after the session starts. Second, participants who wish to ask questions during the question and answer session, please send your questions to intip.in/Q&A/GLS-SDGs. The link for asking questions is sent in the chat room as well. Or you can ask directly by clicking the raise hand feature. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest lecture brings the theme Introduction to the Concept of Sustainable Industrial Revolution and Sustainable Public Transportation for Jakarta Metropolitan, which will be delivered by our speakers, Dr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim from University Technology Malaysia and Dr. Agus Windharto from ITS. And today's lecture will be moderated by Mr. Mushonifun Faiz Sugihartanto, MSc from ITS. Before we start our agenda, allow me to deliver our schedule today as follows. First, opening. Second, introduction to moderator. Third, lecture session. Fourth, Q&A session. Fifth, certificate awarding. And lastly, closing. Now, before we proceed to the next agenda, let me introduce our moderator, Mr. Mushonifun Faiz Sugihartanto. His educational background are he got his master's degree in Lund University, Sweden, and bachelor degree in ITS. His research interests are sustainable supply chain management, operations management, digitalization and industry 4.0, and halal logistics. Now, without further ado, let's proceed to the main agenda. To the moderator, Mr. Faiz, the time is yours. Thank you.
Well, can everybody hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to the International Guest Lecture Series in Sustainable Development Goals presented by 10 November Institute of Technology. My name is Faiz and I will be the moderator today. So today we will have really interesting topic from two guest lectures today, one from our neighborhood from Malaysia and also one from ITS. So here we already have Dr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim. Hello, doctor.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, that's wonderful. How are you, doctor? Are you fine?
Alhamdulillah, great. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Yeah. So we also here have Dr. Agus Windharto, DA from Institute Technology 10 November. Dr. Agus, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Okay, how are you, Dr. Agus?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, well, so this session today will be divided into 3 sessions. So first of all, we will hear the lecture from In the first session, we will hear the lecture from Dr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim. So he currently the senior lecturer at Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology, University Technology Malaysia, and he was finished his education from University Technology of Malaysia. So today he will bring such a really interesting topic about introduction the concept of sustainable industrial revolution. And we also have the second speaker here, Dr. Agus Windharto, DA, that will bring the topic about sustainable public transportation for Jakarta Metropolitan. So currently, he becomes senior lecturer at Industrial Design Department, Institute Technology 10 November, and he was alumni of Industrial Design at the University de Technologie de Compiègne, France. Okay, I hope it's a correct pronunciation, yeah, since I cannot speak French at all. Well, okay, so without waiting too long, so let me hear about the lecture from Dr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim. So to you, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, for the opening and also introduction about myself. Okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon for my fellow ITS members and also all the students who been given opportunity to attend this so-called program developed by the universities, which I believe that this is a very amazing initiative, okay, which you try to expose students about the new concept of sustainability initiative. And I believe that I will do my best in what you call sharing some of a bit of my knowledge and expertise related to our topic today, okay. So thank you very much for the organizer and also ITS, okay. And as you see in the screen, actually our topic today is the concept of sustainable industrial revolution. Okay. So basically that most of us really what you call heard a lot about this word so-called industrial revolution 4.0, okay. So this word have been become a buzzword, okay, for all of level of sectors, okay, not just for what do you call it, industrial sector, but also the word have been discussed, have been talked about in academic sector, in government sector, and also as we go all around the world, okay. So why does this what do you call industrial revolution become very important for us to have a look of it, okay. Try actually take an effort to understand it, okay, and then what will be the impact or maybe our role as a student, as a lecturer, as an academician, and maybe one day you get a job, okay, you work in the industry, and you will remember this so-called concept that been talked about nowadays, okay. So this is actually a thing that from my point of view, okay, that I will share with you a bit of this information, okay. So before I what you call explain a bit about the topic, okay, I will share a bit about myself and also my organization, okay. So I have been in automotive, in mold designing, in electronic what you call production for more than almost 15 years, okay. And then after I completed my PhD, okay, I've been invited to join UTM, University Technology Malaysia, and my role actually, my task is actually to promote collaboration between industry and also academic, okay. So I just started joining academic in 2017, okay, I think around 3 years now. Okay, I've serving UTM. Okay, and throughout my journey as an academician, okay, I've developed intellectual property. Okay, that I've reserved under UTM, and UTM allow me to use this so-called intellectual property for commercialization. Okay, so the university allow me to develop a spin-off company. Okay, using the intellectual property that have been developed by the university, and try to commercialize so-called all this knowledge, research that I've been developed in the university. Okay, so my expertise in specific, my PhD is in trees. Okay, so what is this TRIZ? Okay, so it is a methodology of problem solving. Okay, complex problem solving that is coming from Russia. Okay, and this is very impactful for my journey in PhD. And I created so-called cost saving for the company, and also finish up my PhD. Okay, so I will explain a bit about trees later on. Okay, so I've worked with UTM, okay, University of Technology Malaysia, under the Faculty of Malaysia Japan International Institute of Technology, or MGIT. So my faculty is situated in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, the main campus of UTM is situated in Johor Bahru. Okay, and it's just 5 minutes from KLCC. Okay, so anytime you are coming into Kuala Lumpur, okay, feel free to text me. Okay, I will share my numbers. Okay, and hopefully that we will meet. We have offered master program and also PhD program. Okay, so this is actually a G2G, government to government project, where actually Japanese government have collaboration with Malaysian government, and they are joint forces to develop this so-called entity called MGIT. Okay, the spirit is actually to promote Japanese style engineering education, okay, for Malaysian and also for international students. A short video about my organization. Enjoy. Okay. So this is a quick what do you call introduction. Okay. So get back to our point for our discussion today is actually about industrial revolution in the context of SDG. Okay. So as you know that if you are going some research regarding with SDG, SDG number 9 is actually focusing to build resilient infrastructure. Okay. Promote inclusive, sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Okay, so what does it mean? There is a few targets that been highlighted under the so-called SDG 9 that inculcate or even enhance the sustainability of our society towards industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Okay, so this is important for us to just what you call having a multiple perspective in terms of developing technology, in developing infrastructure, or even in developing industry. It is not just a single kind of perspective that looking only on the economy impact, okay, and also profit of the organization, okay. And then there's a lot of challenges coming from what do you call this so-called SDG 9, okay. As we can see that we have limited resources, okay, shortage of resources, what do you call disaster that coming in that become increasing, okay, year by year. And we need to take a clear action, a clear vision for us to develop this so-called value, starting from the early stage of education, okay, and until they are growing into a what do you call a society level of sustainable goal, okay. So this is other thing that we need to what do you call focus, okay. We need to actually explain to young generation that the action that we need to put forward in developing a better future is by adopting this so-called SDG concept. Okay, it is starting from now, and in future, inshallah, the future can be better and can be less what you call disaster. Okay, compared to if we are not taking any action now. Okay. And we also see nowadays the impact of COVID-19, okay, where actually have been disrupted a lot of economy sector, especially tourism, especially in terms of physical type of businesses, okay. And this is serious, okay. Nation could be collapsing their economy growth because of this so-called pandemic, okay. Now everybody, including I think Indonesia and also Malaysia, are very committed to make sure that the COVID-19 impact can be reduced and can be stopped immediately through the enforcement of law and also vaccination. Okay, so how about the perspective of innovation, industries, and also infrastructure? Here in Malaysia, I think digitalization play a big role for what you call capturing data, okay, monitoring people, okay, communication, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is actually the biggest platform, the biggest transformation happening all over the world because of this digitalization, developing of infrastructure towards industry 4.0. Okay, and then from my part, actually, I've been learned this so-called knowledge called trees. Okay, and I've been given opportunity to help our nation, Malaysia, especially that there will be a innovation needed. Okay, innovation capability, innovation skills that coming from this so-called knowledge called trees. So what is TRIS is all about? Okay, TRIS is a Russian acronym, stands for Teoria Resenia Izobretatelskich Zadaч. Okay, so it's a Russian acronym. In English, is Theory of Inventive Problem Solving. Okay, so a bit of historical background of trees. Okay, it is this is the founder of trees, General Altschuler. He actually originated the trees methodology to improve the how actually people innovate. Okay, so he came out with a theory that is really powerful for us to use nowadays in the context of big data, industry 4.0, and so on and so forth. So in this in his theory, there is three key elements that I would like to share briefly. Okay, the first one is actually innovation and problem and solution are repeated across industry and time. Okay, meaning that the development of a certain technology or maybe challenges that you face, okay, that is actually repeated in other industry or in other kind of sector. Okay, meaning that for example, we take this so-called COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, the problem that faced in Malaysia somehow similar in Indonesia, in Philippines, and Indonesia, in Thailand. Okay, so each of us actually learn from each other. Okay, how to be more effective in terms of prevention and also correction towards this so-called improving the situation of COVID-19. Okay, so that is theory number one. Number two, pattern of technology development is repeated. Okay, meaning that how actually the telephone evolved. Okay, from the first telephone until the smartphone today. Okay, there is a pattern. Okay, a changes. Okay, that we can study. Okay, with this kind of changes, we can predict what happen next in future. Okay, so this is actually theory number two, and theory number three is actually innovation solution coming outside your original problem. Okay, for example, my background is mechanical engineering, so every time I try to solve my problem, I'm lean or biased towards mechanical engineering solution. I could not maybe comfortable enough to go outside my zone of expertise, okay, and try to tap a better solution coming from chemical industry, coming from electronic industry, and so on and so forth. Okay, so trees able to help us to solve problem faster, better, and also cheaper when we use the so-called three types of theory. Okay, and for your information, there's a lot of tools, okay, under the so-called theory that we able to use it accordingly. Okay, but we don't have what you call time to for me to explain to you about the so-called what you call tools. Maybe there will be another dedicated session for us to get to know trees better. Okay, I will share with you one of the interesting tools that related to our topic today. It is called trend of engineering system evolution. Okay, it is go back to the theory number two, where actually we can predict, we can forecast what is the next technology that coming into our market, and what will be the best innovative technology that able for us to use in future. Okay, so this kind of tool have the element of prediction, forecasting what will happen next. It helps us to plan our development of technology more better, okay, and we able to synchronize and we able to design our development of technology more sustainable. Okay, so this is why I introducing you to this so-called trees tool called trend of engineering evolution. Okay, so this is my teacher, okay, Dr. Mi Jong Song from Samsung Electronic. Okay, she explained to me how actually Samsung able to develop a lot of technology by using this tool called trees. Okay, so one of the tool that Samsung really love to use to develop their future product is actually the trend of engineering system evolution. Okay, so I show you one of the trend that called trend of indicator of decreasing human involvement. Okay, so this trend started with actually the situation have a lot of full human involvement. Okay, any works, any process that you have in the industry, okay, that use manual work, okay, that utilize full human involvement. Okay, that is stage number 1. Okay, and then the trend actually mentioned that the next stage is actually to transfer a certain function of the process into a system. Okay, so we have for example a smartphone. Okay, we have smartphone to record some data. Okay, so we don't need to write in manual on paper anymore. Okay, everything will be digitalized. Okay, so this kind of function have been transferred into a system. And then stage number 3 is the transmission of the what you call process. Okay, so meaning that a certain mechanism in your process have been transferred into a system. Okay, not actually depend on the human. Human do a lot of labor work. Okay, and this kind of work have been transferred into a certain automated system, for example. Okay, stage number 4 is actually the energy source of your system. Okay, you can depend on human. Okay, and one day at one time the fatigueness, okay, create problem. Okay, people cannot work 12 hours straight. Okay, but system have a capability to do that. Okay, because the energy source come from electricity and they are consistent. Stage number 5 is actually we transfer the control system of the works. Okay, so anything that need to be controlled, need to be fine-tuned, adjust, have been put in the system that can have self-control. And high-level trend show that the final what you call system that is we transfer decision making into the system. Okay, for maybe you aware about artificial intelligence. Okay, where actually the decision making can be made by the system. Okay, so the transition, okay, show that is a trend. Okay, from fully human involvement until a certain level of transferring function, transferring control system, and transferring decision making. Okay, so how does it relate into industry 4.0 or industry revolution? Okay, so this is a case study that I've done in my previous company. Okay, there's a lot of work done manually. Okay, and then because of that kind of challenges, we highly depend on human. Okay, and when we highly depend on human, there will be a human error. Okay, so my job at this company is actually to digitalize, okay, the quality control, the quality assurance in the company. So this is actually one of the achievement that I've made in the company. Try to transform one stage at a time. Okay, so this is a very valuable experience for me. Okay, so we can speed up our process of work with this so-called digitalization technology. Okay, so what will be the strategy for that? So Trish able to show you step by step. Okay, and then we able to improve our process flow. Okay, try to identify our process based on function, and certain function can be transferred into a computerized system, can be transferred into a software, and so on and so forth. Okay, in order to speed up the productivity and also the delivery to the customer. Okay, so industry 4.0 is very powerful tools for us to adopt and try to apply in the organization. Okay, so this is some of site visit. Okay, I will share with you one of the national automotive car manufacturer in Malaysia. Okay, so some of it they use manual. Okay, some of it they try to digitalize it. Okay, so the process of changing the industry is we need to go phase by phase. Okay, because there is a lot of challenges regarding with the mindset, and also how people react to the new technology. Okay, so this is really, really important. Okay, so we have going stages by stages, doing semi-automation, and then at the one stage going for full automation. Okay, introducing what you call driverless, what you call system. Okay, so we do not require people to transport the product. Okay, we have the so-called AGV, automated guided vehicle. Okay, so try to introduce new technology need a lot of strategy, and this is really important for the sustainability of the organization. Okay, so this is on the quality control. Okay, we use a few tools, a few digitalized system. We use computerized system, okay, intranet, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then each of the project we develop in the company, we acquire robotic system. Okay, and this robotic system is increasing day by day. Okay, because it is productive. Okay, but the issue is people will raise up. Okay, for example, this scenario in the company, you can see that the production, okay, do not have people here. Okay, so there's a lot of robotics, okay, and the less people working. Okay, so the challenges of industrial revolution is real. Okay, so what happened to all these people who working in the industry? Are they going jobless? Okay, or they are still in the company? Okay, so try to develop sustainable industrial revolution. Okay, we need to take care of people first. Okay, meaning that the people here have been reassigned with the more complex job, with more high value job. Okay, so for the job that have a safety issue, okay, that might have a health issue and so on and so forth, we can transfer into the automated system. Okay, so they need a strategy behind this sustainable industrial revolution. Okay, so we need to educate people. Okay, we need to support them with knowledge. We need to develop awareness. Okay, and with that, we able to create this so-called sustainable industrial revolution. Okay, so from my experience in industry, okay, I've been what you call invited by the ministry, okay, to help our nation how to develop a successful, sustainable industrial revolution. Okay, so as I've been invited by the ministry, I've been become a think tank, okay, to develop so-called document industry forward readiness assessment. Okay, so here this is one of the my contribution, okay, to the nation, where actually we need to assess the level of industry revolution in the organization. Okay, and to make it more sustainable, we are not just focusing on technology, but we are focusing on the process, and the more important thing is actually focusing on the people. Okay, because people actually drive the industry revolution to be more sustained. Okay, so we have done a few projects with a few companies. Okay, they achieve cost reduction up to 4 million per year. Okay, they develop more talent. Okay, and they develop more skill. Okay, on the industrial revolution. We are not stopping at the industry. We are also helping government level, okay, and also Ministry of Science, Education, Ministry of Human Resource, okay, and then Ministry of Education, okay, and a lot of what you call multi-level collaboration, academic, industry, and also government level, okay. So this is how actually we able to push forward, not just in our organization, but also at the national level. And also not just at national level, okay, we able to push so-called this sustainable industrial revolution together with Japanese counterpart, okay. as we have known that MGIT is a collaboration between Malaysia government and also Japanese government. Okay, so we have this so-called collaboration with Ministry of Education, Culture, Sport of Japan. And with that platform, we use Society 5.0. Okay, Society 5.0. This is also another element that support sustainable industrial revolution. Okay, so we develop a manuscript. We work with a lot of experts here in Malaysia, and also we love to work expert with in ITS or in Indonesia. Okay. So next, I think we have a few slides left, okay, before I end my session. Best practices, okay. As we develop our own knowledge, okay, we need to know what will be the best practices that are available all over the world, okay. I found one of the great knowledge for us to develop a sustainable industrial revolution by adopting a few what you call international standard kind of thing. Okay, so I would like to introduce the so-called green project management. Okay, actually I've been certified by the GMP. Okay, in last year. Okay, and this is a very powerful tools for us to develop our own sustainable industrial revolution, or even whatever project that related to sustainability. Okay, so please have a look, please Google it. Okay, and try to get to know more about this so-called green project management. Okay, the uniqueness of this green project management is the P5. Okay, so P5, what does it mean? Okay, it means planet, people, prosperity, process, and also product. Okay, so all these 5 elements can be applied in any type of program. Okay, so to ensure that it become a sustainable program. Okay, this also apply in the industry 4.0. Okay, so in here we can see that there are few elements that is critical for green project management. Okay, meaning that we are looking at the society. Okay, how actually we want to improve our sustainability performance. Okay, so we look at the society, labor practice, society, customer, human right, ethical behavior. Okay, and then we look into the environment. We have transport, energy, water consumption, and also economy. Okay, so industrial revolution not just focusing on economy development, but also the planet and also the people. Okay, so there's a lot of information for you to go through. Okay, try to actually find the balance between how actually we want to achieve the goal of the project, and at the same time try to take care our planet and also our people. Okay, so this is important for us. Okay, the impact analysis also play a big role. Okay, how to do it, and this is actually the standard that been available in the green project management. Okay, and finally I would like to share about a bit of case study how actually green project management can be applied in industrial revolution 4.0. Okay, let me change my slide first. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so this is a case study that I want to share with you. Okay, about green project management. It is about 3D printing. Okay, so 3D printing of buildings. Okay, so this is one of the technology under Industry 4.0 that focus on the sustainable of building infrastructure and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can see here how they actually print a full house. Okay, using technology. Okay, So this is important. Okay. So this is one of the good technology can be applied in our days. And then we try to I actually do a few study and how actually we able to use the so-called 3D printing to help develop a sustainable ecosystem or a city. So I found that what you call one of the project case is in what you call Indonesia. Okay, so okay, I found this is a government new initiative to develop what you call urban development called Negara Rimba Nusa in Kalimantan. Okay, so they are focusing to develop a city inside of the jungle. Okay, so this is actually another solution for them to improve the ecosystem of the country, the sustainability of the Kalimantan itself. Okay, so how to develop urban in the jungle. Okay, this is a very good problem. Okay, so I study this kind of challenges. Okay, and I found out a good technology. Okay, can be applied to this so-called project. Okay, and one of the technology for this project is actually to have a 3D printing technology. Okay, which have a less impact to the environment, cut down trees and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can build up whatever building in whatever place inside this so-called area of city. Okay, so this is what you call a good technology for us, and we can see that this technology is very powerful for us to develop a sustainable house using technology. Okay. Okay, so this is actually a case study that I would like to share with you. Okay, and this is showing that this is important to adopt industry revolution in the correct perspective of organization. Okay, so I think yeah, that's all. I think from me, I think I have reached my time is up. Is it? Just to check my time, or do I have any time left?
Zulhasni, well, I think you still have approximately 4 minutes. Yeah, but I think the Q&A sessions will be held after both of you and Dr. Agus deliver the lecture. So I think right now, thank you for the lecture. It is really interesting lecture about your project, as well as when you said about like the company should do like continuous improvement, because after they found problem they have solution, then they found problem again, they have solution. Yeah, because I ever heard, like when I was working in Toyota, my manager said, if you cannot find a problem in your company, then you actually the problem. So that's why it is important for us to do the sustainable production. It means like we should develop continuously our system. Thank you for the insights, Dr. Zulhasni. So we have several questions here, but I think it's time for Dr. Agus to present the lecture. So today, Dr. Agus will bring a lecture that's really interesting topic, and it becomes a hot potato right now in Indonesia, especially how to build the sustainable public transportation for Jakarta metropolitan. Because as we know, Jakarta is very crowded city, and so is there any opportunity for us to develop the current transportation system there? Well, that question will be answered by Dr. Agus through the lecture. So I'll give my microphone to Dr. Agus. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, moderator, and good afternoon, Mr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim. Nice to meet you. It's very nice presentation, very interesting. And completing this session, we are going to presenting the Indonesian national project in Jakarta Metropolitan City is LRT, light rail transit, is an infrastructure for mass transportation design for the 3 line. Okay, for the image of the project, maybe we want to share a short presentation in animation. Okay, we can see the presentation. Okay, this is for the introduction, and it's our project 3 years ago, and until today is waiting for the preparation for the infrastructure. For the completing the presentation, we would like to share you our presentation. Okay, the sustainable public transportation for Jakarta Metropolitan City is our project for 3 line MRT, mass rail transit for the from Jakarta to Bogor, Depok, and Bekasi. Jakarta is the metropolitan city, and Bogor, Depok, Bekasi is the satellite of the Jakarta city. In Jakarta, we have more than 10 million people, inhabitants, and from the surrounding of the Jakarta is about 20 years people. It's mean that every day tens million people from the around of the Jakarta go to the Jakarta center, and the afternoon they come back to the rural, to the Jakarta environmental city. And the traffic congestion in 2011, Jakarta is the world fourth most congested city in the world, with the level of congestion up to 61% per day. Yeah, it's a big problem with Jakarta. And then the level of the pollution in July 2020, Jakarta was ranking first as a city with the worst air quality with the pollutant parameter PM 2.5, concentration of 66.4 UG per meter cube. And then also the problem of the citizen inefficiency in productivity, in time and money. The proportion of private vehicle is 98.8% and serve 44 of the trips, while public transportation, which only 1.2%, must serve 56% of trips, of which 3% are served by Jabodetabek KRL or urban transportation. And then the city layout problem. Then also Jakarta growth from the not designed for the metropolitan city. Jakarta is not by design, but by accident growth from the small city, Sunda Kelapa, to the Batavia, to the Jayakarta, and also become a very big 20 million population city. And the city layout problem are there are 6 issues that we receive, namely flooding, availability of raw water, sanitation and solid waste, coastal and island reclamation problem, the traffic congestion, and also anticipation of the relocation of the state capital. And also we have a problem with the safety and comfort for the passengers. Crowded public transportation in Jakarta has result in the emergence of the criminal act ranging from the sexual harassment and thief of the personal belonging. And this is the existing, and planning for the Jakarta Metropolitan Mass Rapid Transportation. We have LRT Jakpro, made by Hyundai Rotem, Korea. This is operated by PT KAI, and the owner is the Jakarta province, governor. This is the special region for the Jakarta. And the second is already launching, the MRT Jakarta. This is from the Ministry of Transportation and Jakarta local government. This is built by the Japan, with the Japan technology. This is the metro, metropolitan metro. And then we have also the commuter line, we call the KRL, Kereta Rel Listrik. This is the operated by PT Kereta Api, Indonesia, and belonging the Ministry of Transportation and PT KAI. And then for the supporting the line, main line, we have also Transjakarta is a busway, for the feeder, feeder for the commuter line, This is more than 25 line. And then for supporting the Transjakarta, we have also the smaller bus, we call mini trans, and also we have also the micro trans, GR connection also. This is for supporting Transjakarta bus. And we have intermoda, all for the system, and our project, the IETS design, collaboration with the Indonesian rolling stock industry in Madiun, we call INCA, we designing LRT Jabodebek. Especially as an industrial designer, our team is designing exterior and interior of the car body, and the lower deck, underframe, bogie, and mechanical and electrical system designed by Institute of Technology Bandung. This is the route intermoda route, yeah, for the mass transportation for the Jakarta metropolitan city. And for the Jabodebek LRT, yeah, we have these 3 routes. The existing route is from the Duku Atas Cawang, 11 kilometer, Cawang Bekasi 18.5 kilometer, Cawang Cibubur 17.6 kilometer. This is will start for the next year. Yeah, the infrastructure is have already built by the Indonesian government. And then why LRT? Yeah, because LRT is one of the mode of the transportation, one of the mode of the mass transportation. Then we can use the limited land, yeah, environmental friendly because it's powered by electrical, and then integrated with the other modes, and lightweight. Yeah, lightweight is very important for reducing the infrastructure costs, and then is quite competitive investigation and mass capacity transport. This is the product scheme of the LRT. Yeah, LRT. Yeah, we have general control, gateway, vehicle emergency system, operation maintenance, yeah, and also the station. And in our study and project is focus in the vehicle, and we working about body shell. Yeah, body shell is exterior and interior. And then is our methods in the design and engineering is we call the integrated digital design. Yeah, we working about CAD, CAM, and CEA. And then the research, we start with the research, yeah, socio-economic market survey and competitor analysis, design requirement and objective, design system, state-of-the-art technology, human factors engineering, ergonomics, and also the marketing, communication, and branding. And the design engineering, we focusing in the 3D solid model, yeah, design SE, sub SE, and single part design, and digital prototyping. We make in campus in Surabaya, and then we transfer the digital prototyping to the INCA, rolling stock industry in Madiun, about 150 kilometers from Surabaya. And then they make detailed engineering design, tooling, and also all of the document. And the procurement is by industry, yeah, prototyping by industry, production by industry, and also we arrive in the testing and certification together, the authority and university and industry. This is our documentation and running test. It's already run in early 2021. Is already running from the Cibubur to the Jakarta, yeah, for testing. We have 31 train set. Every train set consists of the 6 cars, and the whole is the 186 car. And the specification is 4 motor car, its configuration, and 2 trailer car. The headway is 5 to 10 minutes. The frequency is 4 until 5 per hour. The passenger capacity is 600, 500 until to 600 passenger. Okay, this is our documentation and production. Yeah, this is the final assembling in the INCA, Indonesian Rolling Stock Industry, and this is the our Minister of Research and Technology, yeah, Mr. Bambang, and also this is me and our Vice Rector in the testing celebration. Okay, for designing mass rapid transport, yeah, this is our methodology. Yeah, we call the multi-criteria of the light rail transit, LRT, Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, and Bekasi. Yeah, we starting with define the LRT system, the LRT operational life, reliable, relevant to the geography of Jakarta metropolitan city, maximum passenger capacity, safety, passenger comfort, etc. In transportation design, we have rule of thumb we call RAMs. Yeah. RAM is reliability, availability, maintainability, and safety. This is our attention to in design. And then we have affordable. The second is we defining the mode infrastructure and industry, affordable deployment at the grid installation system, high degree of isolation because the high voltage of the electrical system is very dangerous, and line extension and network expansion. And after that, we define the operational and safety. Yeah, 60 km per hour is the operational speed. The maximum speed is until 100 km per hour. The operational speed, high service frequency, accessible, intermode, and integration. And after that, we defining the design, engineering, and technology. Yeah, also the propulsion system, yeah, braking system, acceleration, durability, energy efficiency, maintenance, upgradable, and passenger flow. And for the environmental issue, we also audit about eco-friendly system, yeah, minimum air pollution, green space, and very limited land use. Yeah, that's different from the other vehicle and pedestrian. Okay, this is the safety. Yeah, and for the financial and economy study, also we have to study about the economical and competitiveness costs without subsidized. More in-depth study will be carried out of the more specific research. And after that, the local content strategy is very important because the sustainable aspect of the industry and technology is supported by the local industry, yeah, the local component, yeah, local tenant, yeah, local human resource, production, utilization, technical skill, integration with maintenance service between types of train. Yeah, this is our some of our study. For example, for the car body, we use aluminum extrusion. We use we call aircraft material. Yeah, 61, yeah, 61 aluminum, yeah, extrusion, and then we make a study, finite element analysis, yeah, weight analysis, crashworthiness, ergonomic analysis. Yeah, we can see the driver dash. Yeah, this is the passenger comfort. Yeah, passenger safety. Yeah, etc. etc. Is our team consists from the industrial design, engineering, mechanical engineer, material specialist, and also electrical and system analysis. Yeah, this is our design, exterior design. This is our interior design. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the times is for moderator.
Okay, so thank you very much, Dr. Agus, as really interesting point of view regarding the LRT project. So we have some questions here. So let me see first, or someone, if you wanna deliver a questions, you can of course raise hand, and then you can ask directly to both Dr. Agus, or you can ask to Dr. Zulhasni. Okay, so first here we have questions from Department of Business Statistics ITS. For Zilvia Noviana, are you there? I think you, if you want to speak directly. Zilvia Noviana Ningsih, okay. Are you there, Zilvia? Well, okay, so it seems she is not here. So yeah, so she asked to both to the speakers here. So sir, in your opinion, what is the impact of COVID-19 on on the sustainable industrial revolution concept, as well as the current project in public transportation in Jakarta Metropolitan? Okay, maybe for the first term of the question will be answered by Dr. Zulhasni. Okay, Dr. Zulhasni, could you hear my voice? Okay, then maybe Dr. Agus, you can answer the question. So when the COVID-19 happened, so what's the LRT project happen right now, and how to dealing with this condition?
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. It's very good question. Yeah. Of course, the impact for the COVID-19 is around the world, yeah, whole, yeah, all of the people, yeah, in the world, and especially for the transportation, yeah, the load factor, the transportation is only 15% until 20%, yeah. Yes, many people work from home, yeah, not go to the office, not go to the university, yeah. ITS is 1.5 years, yeah. We not go to the campus, yeah. And I think that's why in schedule, yeah, in our schedule before, the project will launching in early 2020. And today, the project will launch in the next year, yeah, in the 2022, yeah. And also, there's so many problem with the economics, yeah, economics and the financial of the project cause of the COVID-19, yeah, and the next operation, yeah, if the LRT operation, the passenger only 60%, yeah. Before one car is for the 120 passenger, and after COVID, we just install the passenger. The maximum is 50% is or 60 people for the one car. Yeah, it's the problem with the return of investment. Yeah, and before the project is for the return of investment is for the 30 years. Yeah, and with this scheme, yeah, with this COVID scheme, maybe until 50 years, yeah, for the break-even point and return of investment. It's the impact is for the social, for the economical, for the operational and maintenance. The all aspect is impacted by the COVID-19. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Agus. Yeah, so I think it's a really interesting answer. And what about your opinion, Dr. Zulhasni, regarding, so the question is regarding the effect of COVID-19 into sustainability aspect in industry in general.
Okay, from my point of view, actually, there's a lot of changes when there is what you call movement control order. Okay, so meaning that almost all industry sector are affected directly to this so-called new order that been imposed by the government. So meaning that even for the universities, we cannot actually able to come physically to the class. Everybody actually at their own home, at their own room, with the new type of teaching and learning. Okay, so which make our organization not really dependable on the physical element of what you call resources. Okay, so meaning that meeting is online, learning is online, teaching is online, even examination is online. Okay, so the element that support this so-called online activity is actually the digitalization, the devices, and also how actually the mindset of people need to change from only looking at the physical element, and right now it's totally disruptive of a digital element. Okay, so the first step towards these so-called changes is the mindset. Okay, I've met a lot of senior people. I met a lot of traditional so-called academic staff that believe that physical engagement is more better than what you call digital kind of engagement. Okay, that is a few perspective that is right. Okay, meaning that a certain type of teaching and learning might require what you call physical interaction, but what we have now, actually we have online. I don't need to fly to Indonesia. Okay, we just set the program online, and I able to perform my function. Okay, and other people also, I think we have 200 students coming in one time. Okay, so this is cannot be done in physical what you call program. So there is advantages, there is disadvantages, but we need to sit down together and find the best solution for this so-called impact from the pandemic, from the industrial revolution. So that is my point.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zulhasni. So there is also another questions. So to Dr. Zulhasni here. So this question, these people question about this. Wait, let me see. Okay, so some people said like there are so many industries that claim to be really sustainable. They already implement the green practice, but actually, if we say like they just creating the report and show them they are really sustainable, but in practice, actually, the sustainability production itself still in the conceptual, still not like in a practical things. So what do you think? Is there any industry that claim to be sustainable and in practice they are really sustainable?
Okay, so we have two perspectives for the organization, especially for industry. So the first element that consider from the industry perspective, which is sustainable, meaning that the company able to perform its function, able to serve their customer with the longest period of time. Okay, so meaning that they're able to manage resources correctly, they're able to manage people, and this can be see from the performance of the company. Okay, that is one. Another perspective of what you call sustainable is the compliance kind of sustainability. okay, sometimes it is a part of the standard element that one organization should comply. Okay, they took a certain what they call certification, okay, for so-called sustainability. Okay, and to comply with this so-called standard and certification, they need to adhere a certain rules, a certain practices. Okay, and this might able to be on the paper, but also all sustainable standard all over the world need to be also impactful in terms of the real practices. Okay, so this is the priority that have in industrial organization. One is the sustainability for the internal needs or internal performance. Another sustainability is more towards what you call perception that comes from adopting a certain level of compliance standard. So these two things might be different. So it depends on the organization. They able to walk the talk, or they able to just show it on paper, but in reality they're doing a different kind of practices. So that will be a challenges.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Zulhasni, for your answer. And this is another questions for Dr. Agus. So, as mentioned earlier, yeah, by Dr. Zulhasni, that so he know that Indonesia government plan to move their city from Jakarta to East Borneo, but right now the government still develop the transportation in Jakarta. So in your perspective, so is that still can be stated as a sustainable? Because like why we need to improve the transportation in Jakarta if in the future the city should be moved to East Borneo?
Yeah, I think for the we talk about Jakarta is different, yeah, with our discussion about the new capital city of Indonesia. Yeah, it's two different things. Yeah, for Jakarta, if we have 20 people, yeah, 20 million people, yeah, 10 million in city of Jakarta and 10 million and around we call the around city about the Jakarta, yeah, we call the Jabodetabek, yeah, Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, and Bekasi. In with the 20 million people in the same area with the very high population and very high traffic congestion, yet very high inefficiency, yeah, and it's the very big problem. If we remove the new Indonesian capital to the East Borneo, only maybe 2 or 3 million people, yeah, who will remove from Jakarta to Kalimantan, yeah. I think the problem is always there, yeah. The problem, the capital city, yeah, capital city of Indonesia is in East Kalimantan, for example, yeah, become a capital of government, yeah, the government, because the ministry, yeah, there is a president, a vice president, the ministry is in East Kalimantan. But the people who make money, yeah, the business, yeah, the center of the education, yeah, center of, for example, the stock exchange, yeah, the stock exchange, the center of economics is still in Jakarta. And I think the LRT is only 2 or 3%, yeah, to supporting public transportation. Yeah, if we can make a new phenomena, yeah, in Jakarta from public transportation from private transportation to the public transportation is better, yeah, for our environmental, yeah, for the sustainability of the city. Yeah, I think that the movement from the capital city, the government capital city from Jakarta to the East Kalimantan is only, I think it's 4 or 5%, the impact, but the big impact is only is still in Jakarta, and maybe the new ASN the new people who working in government is the young people, not the people who is working more than 10 years and have a home in Jakarta and they want to remove to the East Kalimantan. Yes, we have to make a very comprehensive studies, for its decision. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Agus. So there is another question for Dr. Zulhasni. So Dr. Zulhasni, you was explaining about the concept of green project management. So I personally still confused about the difference between the ordinary project management and also the green project management. So can you give a brief explanation and also example what is actually the main difference of that?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Okay, so I've actually have experience on project management. The first, maybe the most popular project management is PM Box, project management body of knowledge, which mostly used for project related to construction and so on and so forth. So in these practices, it's more focused on operational, operational. What they're supposed to do, what is the breakdown structure of work, what will be the the process, the logistics, the planning, and so on and so forth. So this is covered in very detail in so-called PM Box. Okay, I've also been certified as project management for Prince2. Okay, I've learned in the automotive company, which is not a construction company. So in here, the Prince2 more focus on the strategic planning kind of project management. Okay, meaning that you need to do a transformation of organization. You need to have a management board kind of support. You need to have a business case study or analysis and so on and so forth. Okay, so it is more to a higher level of corporate kind of strategy for this so-called Prince2 project management. And then we have a green project management. So what will be the difference? Okay, the core difference is the 5P. Okay, you have a product, you have process, you have all these normal practices of element that have in the project PM Box and also Prince2. The big difference is actually people and planet. Okay, people and planet. So this is distinguish the key element of green project management compared to other type of body of knowledge, PM Box, and also Prince2. So this is so-called the element that not been covered extensively except in green project management. Okay, because we need to achieve so-called 5 win. The industry win, the people win, the society win, the planet win, and all these so-called stakeholder able to achieve a win-win situation, not just for operation performance, not just for top management goals or expectation, but also talking about the impact towards the people itself and also the planet. So this is the biggest two key element that distinguish between other type of project management.
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I think it's really clear enough regarding the difference between the general project management and also the green project management. Well, I think that's all of the questions that we have for today. So then I will give maybe another chance, to the audiences who are attending this lecture in the Zoom meeting and also in YouTube. So do you still have any questions? Okay, so there is no questions. Yeah, so it's already, maybe it's already 5 p.m. in Indonesia, Dr. Zulhasni. So maybe people wanna prepare for praying, and then that's I hope this lecture will be give some more insights to the all of the audience. So ladies and gentlemen, and also all of ITS students, we have reached at the end of this event. Again, we would like to express our great appreciation for our guest lecturer from Malaysia, Dr. Zulhasni, and also from Indonesia, from ITS, Dr. Agus. And also, we do hope everyone enjoy an insightful, fruitful, and productive guest lecture and meeting this afternoon. On behalf of this organizing committee, I'm Faiz as the moderator. So I would like to apologize for any inconvenience that might be happen during these events. So then I will give my microphone back to the master of ceremony. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Faiz. Thank you very much, Dr. Zulhasni and Dr. Agus, for the excellent lecture today. And thank you as well to Mr. Faiz for moderating this insightful session. Please give applause to our speakers and moderator by using the Zoom reaction feature. Right. Furthermore, we would like to present a certificate awarding for both of our speakers and also our moderator today. This is a certificate presented to Dr. Zulhasni Abdul Rahim.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, this is the certificate presented for Dr. Agus Windharto. And this is the certificate presented for Mr. Mushonifun Faiz Sugihartanto.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, thank you very much to Dr. Zulhasni, Dr. Agus, and Mr. Faiz for your availability on today's guest lecture series. Okay, before we end our lecture today, we invite you all participants as well as the honorable speakers and moderator to take a group photo. To all participants, please open your camera. Maybe the committee can help me screenshot each slides. As we have 9 slides, I will please keep your smiles until we finish the photo session. I will count from the first slide. 1, 2, 3. All right. Moving on to the next slides. 1, 2, 3. The third slide, 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth slides, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think the rest of it, they don't turn on their camera, so I guess it's okay. Now we finished the group photo. Then for the participants, please fill the feedback form through the link bit.ly/feedbackgls that you can also see on the Zoom chat room. The deadline for filling the feedback form is 1 hour after we finish the session. We want to remind you the participants who will get stamped is the participants who came on time during this event until the end and also fill the feedback form. Finally, we have reached the end of today's guest lecture series, and we sincerely apologize for any mistakes we may have made in presenting as Master of Ceremony and Committee. Thank you very much to Dr. Zulhasni, Dr. Agus, and Mr. Faiz, and all participants for the attention and cooperation. Tomorrow, we will have 2 parallel guest lectures. The first one will be presented by Associate Professor Nursidi Aizuddin Matnur from University Teknologi Malaysia and Dr. Didit Novianto from ITS as our speakers. The topic will be related to SDGs number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Then the second one, there are Dr. Nurul Hana Adi Maimun from University Teknologi Malaysia and Dr. Apex Teddy Badai Samudra from ITS. The topic will be related to SDGs number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. I, Asha, as the MC, bids farewell. Good afternoon, and we will see you again tomorrow at the GLS. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everyone.
Dr. Zulhasni. Thank you, Pak
Thank you.
Agus.
Thank you.
See you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and also for the speaker, Dr. Zulhasni, also Dr. Agus, and also Mr. Faiz for conducting this amazing session, also for Boyin. And allow me to end the session.